This is your free agent update brought to you by Rider University. I am John Schmeelk, and maybe we should call this a trade update. According to reports and pending a physical, the New York Football Giants have traded for edge rusher Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers for a couple of draft picks. We'll get into the details a little bit later. But first on Burns, a 16th overall pick of the Carolina Panthers in the 2019 NFL Draft, picked just one spot before the Giants selected defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. He's just 25 years old. He'll turn 26 in April, very much in the beginning of his prime, and he certainly plays that way. In his 5 NFL seasons, Brian Burns has never had fewer than 7.5 sacks. That was what he had as a rookie. Since then, he's had 9 sacks, 12.5 sacks, and 8 sacks. He's never played fewer than 15 games in a season, logging 16 4 times, 17 once, and 15 games the other time. So he's constantly on the field. He's 6'5", 250 pounds, arms just under 34 inches long. Your quintessential edge rusher. Remember, at the Combine, Joe Schoen said, one difference with new defensive coordinator Shane Bowen's system is that you need guys that can win one-on-one as pass rushers, get to the quarterback, get upfield, and stop the run along the way. Well, Brian Burns fits that profile perfectly. In Carolina, Burns split his time lining up on the right and left side of the defense as an edge rusher. He was almost even on both sides, so he and Kayvon Thibodeaux should almost be interchangeable on either side of that defensive line, which should keep offenses on their toes a bit. Having both edge rushers, along with Azeez Ojulari, being able to team up outside with Dexter Lawrence manning the interior of that defense, look out. That should be a terrifying pass rush combination for opposing defenses. Both Lawrence, Burns, and Thibodeaux, throw in Ojulari when he's healthy. Those are all guys teams might have to game plan against, especially Burns and Lawrence, given their long history of success in the league. It should give the Giants' defensive front a leg up heading into every matchup. Burns' profile, we talked about his measurements. Well, at the Combine, ran a 4.53 40-yard dash with an impressive 1.57 10-yard split. That means he can use his speed to challenge the edge to get around those offensive tackles. And off of that, he can use his length, little speed to power, some counter inside moves, uses his hands well. He could do all those different things to get to the quarterback, but it's speed to get outside that really makes him special. Now, Burns' skill set does not come cheap. The Giants had to trade some premium draft capital to get him. They have to trade one of their 2 second-round picks, the better of their 2, the one they got themselves, the 39th overall. They still have the pick they got from Seattle in the Leonard Williams trade, and their 5th-round pick in 2025 to get Burns. Very similar to the return. Again, the rounds are the same, but the actual pick numbers are different for what they got from Leonard Williams in the Seattle Seahawks trade. So again, Joe Schoen makes one trade, turns more picks around, makes another trade, and they all end up canceling each other out. And remember, Brian Burns was on a franchise tag with the Panthers. They couldn't come to an agreement on a contract. That's why they were willing to trade him. So the Giants also inked him to a big-time extension. So this is the Giants' big splash move, folks. One of the best pass rushers in football. They get him for a couple of draft picks, sign him to a long-term extension, another young piece that can be a cornerstone of this defense, along with Thibodeaux, along with Dexter Lawrence. Brian Burns, now a member of the New York Football Giants. That was your free agency update, brought to you by Rider University. Stay tuned to Giants.com, the Giants mobile app, and of course, all Giants social media platforms as we continue to cover free agency. Again, this is all according to reports. Pending a physical, the Giants have acquired edge rusher Brian Burns.